Hello, beautiful stars. Welcome to today's reading on this universal message in regards to your goals, dreams, careers, things of those nature. All right, and as these readings progress, I'm shifting around the format a little bit. So, if you ever have any suggestions or anything like that, please drop them in comments down below. And in the future, I might be doing some polls in regards to formats as well. But I have pre-shuffled your cards. If the shuffling process is something you really enjoy, drop a comment down below if you really want to bring that back as well. All right, so without further ado, let's jump straight into your reading. So we have our first oracle here. And we have leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. Okay, so let's see the energy for this one. Okay, yeah, so just like this card energy is coming through here, I don't get so much the second message as much as I get the first message. Something you have put into plan, into motion, that you started, that you begun, or set something in motion is really going. It's like the wheels are turning now. It's fast, it's rapid, it's 45 is also standing out. Maybe that's an age for some of you, but some sort of idea or project is really taking off. It's connecting, it's networking, it's kind of doing its own thing almost, is what I'm feeling. I see a lot of mechanical gears, like you turn one gear and the rest is just kind of like a domino effect where it's just taking off and doing its own thing. Getting a lot of social networking vibes going on here. It's like you talk to somebody or you started something, and then that somebody talked to other group of people, and then it's just going and going. So sounds wonderful. Yes, a plan you may have made is on track. All right, so let's go to our next oracle here. We have, actually, we want to go to this one next, sorry. We have midheaven with pinnacle. Okay. So opening something or working something and waiting for it to kind of hit the high point. I'm getting that inflection point in like a chart or a graph when things is at its peak. So there's a combination of energy here of either waiting for things to get to that point, or also a simultaneous energy, since this is a universal reading, of its being at that point, of it being at its peak. So for some of you, it's already at its peak and it's working optimally, working really well. The connections, the wheels, the networking, it's in motion and it's at its top functional peak capacity. Not capacity, optimal state, of functioning. And also we get 911 here too. 911. 9 is kind of that spiritual aspect of connecting, and then 1 is the oneness with all. So some sort of major project. I'm getting a lot of entrepreneurship here coming through. That it's spreading. It's something that is fulfilling, kind of like a goal or mission or dream that you really wanted to work on, that you really put into motion, and now it's making its connections on a community wise, on a global wise, on a broad spectrum kind of wise. So yes, 2 message coming from this pinnacle card. Some of you, it's waiting for the motion to get there. 36 is also a significant perhaps age as well, and then for some others of you, it's already in its optimal functional state and it's just doing its work. So that sounds really good. And this card here, we have the Universal Merkaba, a sacred purpose, you have the answer, and lucid dreaming. Okay, let's read into the energy of this one. Yes, this definitely is a soul purpose, a soul calling. Something that you have birthed from your creativity, but I'm getting very strong. Well, besides soul purpose, right? I'm getting kind of starseed mission here. It's like for some of you, it's missions that you have initially brought from another state of being, galaxy, lifetime, and bring it forth to this planet at this stage, at this time right now. That's the sole purpose you're working on. Also getting a lot of intuitive downloads, connections, dreams, things like that. So some of you are working on that kind of ethereal, mystic realm to bring this goal, this mission into actualization, into effect. So yeah, definitely for some of you, it is a soul mission, something very fulfilling, and that could be said for most people here. It is something that is a fulfilling purpose, your passion, your ultimate goal, your something that you really want to develop and bring out to the world. Okay, absolutely wonderful. Let's see. Let's look at our final oracle card here. We have the Queen archetype. Okay. Okay. Fashion maker, trend breaker, courage is also coming through. And yeah, this is talking about standing out. So whatever you have created, so yeah, it's perhaps it was challenging in the beginning because obstacles were met along the way towards your path of creating this. It was turbulent waves and water that you were unsure of whether it will bring you the abundance, perhaps the income, the resources that you need, and getting the support that you need. But you really have the courage to stick through with it because it is your soul mission, your soul purpose for a good number of you. And and now it's like you standing in that queen energy, right? That sovereignty. It's like, this is my baby, this is my project, this is what I came to this planet to create, to do, to bring forth to the people, to get it to connect on a global scale, to get it out there on the platform, on a platform. This is my soul mission, soul purpose. So it's in alignment with what you came here to do and what you want to do. So that's why you had a lot of courage to keep with it in the face of challenges and adversity, to potential impediments to this project. But you came out strong and you held your courage and your strength strong to carry this project through. Wow, okay, yeah, absolutely wonderful to hear. For some of you, it's still working there. It's on its way. It's like I said, it's the mechanisms, the wheels are turning, the connections have been made, the steps have been taken, it is working, it's in progress. And for some others of you, it has come to realization. It's reached its optimal state. So now it's working perfectly where it should be. So yeah, same two energies there going on. But much kudos to all of you for keeping up with it, for going forward with it, for having the courage and the, almost I want to say, kind of like audacity, but in a good way, right? The courageousness to withstand adversity and challenges and speed bumps and along the way to keep going with this project or this purpose or this mission of yours to bring it out there in the world. So much kudos to that. All right, let's look into your Lenormand next to see what further message we have in regards to this. So we have the sun. Oh, what a lovely card to see in regards to this message here. Okay, yes, I see a lot of people looking at you, recognizing or looking at your project or your product or whatever you created and recognizing it. It is on fire. It's it's catching fire. It's spreading like fire. It's whatever you worked on. It's or whatever you have going on. It's popular. It's fiery. It's it has a lot of exuberant energy to it. So lovely, wonderful to see. We have the lily. Okay. And then we have the cross. Okay. So interesting point here. So yes, it is brought out to the world, the stage. A lot of people know of it. A lot of people are going to start seeing it if they haven't already. People, I see a lot of the eyes are on you or on your product, on your creation, on your purpose, whatever it is. Eyes are on you. And in that process, there is a note to kind of be careful a little bit. Not so much that you have to worry. It's just that it's something to know is that when things blow up, right, in a positive way, it's going to catch everybody's eyes. And sometimes you get eyes that are leery, that are kind of jealous or kind of envious. But you don't have to worry too much. It's a spiritual mission, a spiritual purpose, or something in very much alignment with you. So you don't have to worry, but there is kind of a note about it to just kind of be aware, so you don't fall into the trappings of what is in regards to the spirit, in allowing others to or not, here we go, not feeding into the energy of those who, on those lower vibrations. It's like the case with anything, right? Anybody, any celebrity, when they become famous, there's going to be a bunch of huge fans, right? But there's always going to be some people that are haters, that will throw in all the negativity they can. And the thing to know about that is to kind of not feed into that energy. It's like quickly divert that energy and dissipate it is the message here. Because if you feed into it, if you read all those negative comments and then you're like, oh my God, well, maybe and then you start questioning yourself, like, is my product really that good? Is it good enough? Or like, are the things I'm saying on my platform, on my social media, is there some kind of fault to that? That's the trappings that we're trying to get you to avoid here. It's like the product you made, it's so much in alignment. It's so great. It's wonderful. It's giving you the fulfillment that you need. And it's part of your soul purpose. So it serves humanity on a greater basis. So there's nothing to worry about in regards to that. It's just a note of being wary of these leery people who are, maybe kind of digging into false truths where there isn't. So don't let it become a burden on you. Okay, lovely message there. And let's take a look at your tarot here, and we'll see what guidance we have. We have 10 of Pentacles, prosperity, security, and tradition. I mean, it doesn't get any more wonderful than that. Okay. Okay, I see loyal friends and supporters here. that will allow you to create a very loving space. See, it is divinely guided, and also for you to reap all the benefits of it, the prosperity and abundance that comes with it. Okay, we have the King of Wands with inspirational, charismatic, and innovative. This is you. This is precisely you. Okay. And then we have the Three of Swords with sorrow, forgiveness, and healing. Okay. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles with education, focus, and details. Okay. See all the marvelous uniqueness that you have created, and it's just putting refinement and final touches there. So wonderful message here. What you have created, or those of you who are in the process of creating, making this your career path perhaps, or your passive income, or something that you're a project that will be kind of like your soul mission, your purpose, whatever it is. It spans, this is a universal message, so it's going to be different for everybody, but the energy that it carries is that it's going to create a legacy, in the sense that it will be passed on generations after generation, things that people can use after the project has been put out. You won't have a huge loyal fan, a huge loyal following, that will, because it's divinely guided, as we mentioned earlier, and you come across as this very charismatic, innovative, and inspirational. All those words applying here to you. Usually one or two words stick out that they point out to me, but all of this is you. And we're talking about the tree here too, and the tree reminds me of the tree Lenormand, which talks about legacy as well, and health and prosperity. So absolutely wonderful. We see you in front of this flourishing tree, this tree that's in an amazing bloom, and just very content. The crown signal the regality, the sovereignty on this project, on this lineage, on this perpetuation of this goal, this mission, this project, time and time to come after. This talks about compassion for those who are leery and envious of you. So we talked about, like the haters out there, right? How you can thwart that energy. First of all, not feeding into it. And second of all, realizing that people are at different vibrations than where you are. Everybody on the planet has their place and time for their own personal growth and their own personal journey. So what is coming through here with this card is when you do encounter those, it is encouraged either to divert the energy and shift away from it. This would come out in your own judgment of how you want to navigate that. Or there may be a time when you see like the intention is not so malicious, but it's like maybe people are just slightly curious, or they don't know, so they throw a comment that might seem kind of insulting or off-putting, when they're actually their intention is not so negative or malicious. And that's the time that is appropriate to be like, to explain or to mention to them, hey, this is how my product is and what I created it for. It may not be the best product for you, but it's working for other people. So a way to explain it to them, and then maybe that will shift their energy for the better, and they'll be like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't realize, or I didn't see it that way, but now that you mention it that way, I'll give out your product a try. So for those who it can be really kind of a nice shift in their energy towards their personal growth, towards something better. And I just mentioned the product as an example there. But let's say you put out something let's say you're an influencer or a motivational speaker, right? And you give a talk on a certain subject, and it's a very touchy subject perhaps, and then some people take offense to it, but they don't actually know that or what the intention is behind it. And that's when you can explain it to them, and it actually can help better their lives, because it can bring them out of their sorrow or their whatever issues they're dealing with. And for those, as we mentioned earlier, with those whose energies need a lot more work, the energies perhaps are more malicious, then that's the energy that is when the time to kind of divert it. The haters we're talking about, they are at a different stage of growth, and that you don't have to you don't have to cater to everybody's energy, just those who potentially, and this is entirely up to your choice, of course, and you know that very well too. I feel like you are somebody who's very in tune and mature with their judgments, so you I'm pretty sure you know when and when not to engage with certain people, and see when you can help somebody, or see when it's best to help somebody by letting them shift their energy and move on. Because, and you actually, it's interesting because you actually can use this energy when you get criticism. It actually fuels you. This is why you are so inspirational. Your energy is so amazing, because you can use that negativity and transmute that energy into creative energy, into your creativity. We see so many wonderful products, or so many wonderful talks, or so many wonderful ideas you put out, and we see you keep on creating, and when you do get negative criticism, you can use it to refine your product, refine your ideas, refine your talks, refine your podcasts, whatever have you, refine your platform, and you put the finesse into the project. It's like, oh, okay, somebody was not really digging that one talk I gave. Like, let me listen over to that talk again and see, like, did they have a point, or were they just hating? And you can find that if they actually did have a point, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe like I can tweak that a little, and so you do, and it's the refinements of that product to make the finesse of it to something even greater. So yeah. Wow, absolutely wonderful, lovely stars. So great to hear for you for this project. Much kudos to you. Keep at it. For those of you who are still finding the way, finding the path towards this creation, this project, this career, whatever have you. All right, let me clear this up, and we will get into your smoke scrying. All right, lovely stars. So we've also sped this process up in the interest of time. So I pull a wisdom inspiration card for you, and we have lit your incense, performed the incantation. So let's see what form Spirit has for us in regards to this message. So can we get the forms? Okay, I already see a book, and I see it flipping and going back and forth, almost kind of finding like exactly what you need. Okay. So yeah, we're talking about the refinement process, primarily. Yeah, I see kind of like this magical book that the page is just flipping on its own back and forth. It's as if you were asking for a specific inquiry or a specific certain question, and the book magically knows where the answer is, so it's flipping on its own to bring you to the right information. Yes. So that's our first form we have in regards to this endeavor, this project, this mission. Okay, any other forms we have, Spirit, in regards to this universal message today? for those tuning in. Okay, I also see a pair of chopsticks. But I see a pair of chopsticks being used very precisely. It's almost like that scene in like the Karate Kid where Mr. Miyagi catches the fly with the pair of chopsticks. It's that kind of precision. So what is that message in regards to spirit? We see that's kind of the effort and the dedication you have. Yes, and we know about the information gathering as well with the book. So that speaks to the nature of you refining these goals, these careers, plans, these projects, these products as well, right? It talks about the finesse and the refinement energy that's coming through. Okay. Is there an advice in regards to that spirit, or it's just we're pointing out that characteristic? Yeah, so that's already leading to, I knew it was going to lead into this card here. Let's see what it says first. You are a projection of love. Love the earth, love the air, love the water, love the fire. Okay. So we have the Buddha wisdom, divine feminine here. And it's talking, the thing that stands out most to me here is the earth. So when it's talking about kind of like a divine feminine approach to the energy. It's like, we know you put a lot of efforts and care into your product, into your creation, into your career, into your path. So it's the energy of love. You can see it, right? You can feel it. It flows through your project, your creation, very noticeably. So there's no doubt about that. But I guess the advice here to say is to add a touch of softness to it. Like you can still be kind of meticulous or about it without being so stringent about it. There can be a soft approach to it while still having a very quality product or a very perfected kind of goal or mission. Yeah, I think that's what we're pointing out to here. And also, there with the energy of love, there's a bit of smoothness to it as well. It doesn't have to be so strict. Okay, they want me to pull this card as well, so we are going to also read this. Call forth as much as you can of love, of respect and faith, freedom from within. Okay. I'm not going to interpret or read this card. I'll leave it here for you to see. You can pause the video, but they just want me to pull that, so I will, however this resonates for most of you or some of you, that's what I'll leave it here to do. Okay. All right, lovely stars. That was the message for this reading. I hope you found it insightful, helpful, however you like it. And if you did, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button for more messages. I wish you an absolutely wonderful, magical day, wherever you are, whenever you are. With that, remember to shine bright, take care, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, have a lovely one, lovely stars. Bye.